I genuinely feel that if I don't share my story, I wouldn't be doing what the Lord's called me to do. The Lord specifically wrote my story so that I can go and tell the world about what He's done in my life and about the transformation that He has brought and to bring Him glory. People definitely spend a lot of time in life looking back over their steps and wondering how they got to be where they are. But I know I got to where I am in life because I got pregnant at 19. Every day, I look at my husband Elisha and our son Beckett, and I'm just so grateful for all of the things that the Lord put in my life to place me where I am today. And I can't help but to tell that story. Elisha and I had been dating for 11 months when we thought we were pregnant. So after taking a pregnancy test and it being positive, we were really scared and didn't want to talk to our parents. Both being raised in a Christian household, we knew it could be a hard conversation to have. So before telling our parents, Elisha suggested that we should go get a real test done somewhere. I just started Googling places to get a free pregnancy test, and Hope was the very first place that popped up. So after seeing that it was not only free, but ministry-based as well, I told Elisha, I said, that's where we're going. So when I got there, I didn't even have an appointment, but an hour later they were able to see me. Amanda came and got me and did my pregnancy testing, took me and Elisha back and told us we were pregnant. And we just cried. We knew it was real in that moment and that there was no going back for us. We knew we were going to keep Beckett from the moment we were pregnant, but it didn't change any of the emotions that were going through us, that were just two kids that were super scared of what was to come. Amanda gave us a lot of space to be scared and feel all the things we needed to feel, and she was able to give us tons of resources to help us move forward. So that night, Elisha and I both told our parents. And as we thought, it was really hard. But ultimately, the thing I remember the most was at the end of the conversation, my dad holding open his arms to me and welcoming me in and just letting me sit with him and cry while he held me. And knowing that at the end of the day, we had their support. So about 3 weeks later, we went back for our first ultrasound. My mom and Elisha were able to come with me, and Elisha came to every appointment after that with me. It was so cool to see Beckett on the ultrasound, and even cooler to see Elisha seeing his son for the first time. In the spring, I started going to Hope Moms, which is their parenting class. And even though I had support from Elisha and my parents, it gave me a community of women around me that were all in the same stage of life as me and pregnancy as me, and it really gave me a new outlook on what I was going through, which also led into my mentoring with Hannah. They gave me the opportunity to do some one-on-one mentoring, and all of it together just really prepared me to have my baby. When Beckett was born, it really made it all come together. He really made everything that had happened over the last year worth it. And it really changed mine and Elisha's outlook on everything. We knew we wanted to be a family, and we knew we wanted to figure out how to make that work. And so after a lot of time and counseling and really seeking the Lord, a couple years later we were able to get married and have our little family together as 3. I didn't know about Hope until I needed to go there. But when I did, I found a place that was not only there to help me, but was there to help so many other women in my same position. And so I knew I needed to start volunteering as soon as I could. And when I did, I was able to have an opportunity to volunteer with Megan and start helping with parenting classes, the same parenting classes that I had been in just a few years before. After a few months of volunteering there, Megan just kind of asked me, hey, if we ever had a job opening, would you be interested in it? And it was the easiest question I'd ever been asked. I said, of course I would be interested. And a few months later, I was working there. Now, working at Hope, because of the way that the Lord has written my story, it's given me a connection point to each one of the women that walks through our door. When I teach class, I can look at that 19-year-old girl and say, I know what it feels like. I know what it's like to be there. But to also really humbly know that there are women walking through our doors that are experiencing things that I could never imagine. I get to encourage them that the Lord is there for them and loves them no matter what. I'm able to give them a lot of hope and a lot of love through God allowing me to be in the position that I am right now.